So you might ask yourself, what is it about the Businessmen's Fellowship that we're willing to commit our time and our financial resources to this organisation? And I think, personally, could probably answer that question is businessman Stephen Turnbull.
I first went to a dinner 18 years ago when I was just starting out my career as a trainee quantity surveyor. And over the years I've been involved with the fellowship. I've met some real interesting characters from real different backgrounds, from one of the American president's closest military advisors to a minister from Tanzania, and even Hong Kong's businessman of the year, right through to a bus driver from Coatbridge. So there's a real cross-section of men that's involved in this fellowship. Now, the good thing for me is that the fellowship has been such an encouragement. I've learned so much just from being in contact with these very successful businessmen and great men of faith. And I know for a fact that if it wasn't for this fellowship, I would not have had the success I've had in business today, or have the depth of relationship that I have with God. It has that much effect on me. It really has enriched my whole life. If you do come along to a fellowship dinner and decide to get involved with the fellowship, I truly believe that you could find it a real encouragement in your life and a real source of fellowship with men who have been through similar circumstances and understand what it's like, and can apply a kind word and their own knowledge and experience to help you through it. Jesus has called believers everywhere through the Great Commission to go and share his good news. And the Businessmen's Fellowship is an effective tool for doing just exactly that. When a man comes to faith, statistically, there's a 90% chance that his whole family will come to faith. So you can see why it's so important to focus on men. And one man telling another about the reality of God in his life really is an effective tool for sharing the good news of Jesus Christ. Being in the Businessmen's Fellowship, there's almost endless opportunities to serve God. The Businessmen's Fellowship in the United Kingdom is active in so many different places in the world, in Africa and Eastern Europe, as far as Russia and Siberia, and into India. So there would be opportunity for anyone who wanted to and felt led in that way to be part of that work. And it really is enriching to be part of that. And you'll see God work in ways that you've never seen him work before. And me personally, I've been to Latvia and to Poland. I felt stretched in these circumstances, and I learned some new things about myself, and it really has added to my faith.
I hope this short DVD has given you a flavour of what the Businessmen's Fellowship is all about. So far, we've tried to explain what the Businessmen's Fellowship is, what kind of men get involved, what they do, and why they do it. So finally, why should you get involved?
Before I was involved in the Businessmen's Fellowship, before I committed myself to Christ, I was just a low-ranking office worker within the financial industry. Now, when that change came in my life in 1992, my career just completely took off. I'm now involved in a portfolio of businesses that borrow us £450 million between them. That would not have happened to me had I not committed myself to God, because I take belief in God and my love for Jesus Christ everywhere I go, and the integrity that God has put in me in my business life. And I believe God honours that, and it's not because of the way I do things, it's because I want to honour him. And in a sense, the business is rewarding, but the most rewarding thing is that Christ is in the centre of it.
The first time I went to Latvia, my business partners thought it was crazy to leave the business at the time. We just built our first development of 10 houses, £3 million worth of houses, and we were just about to put them on the market when I was called to go and speak in Latvia for a week. So I went, and it was the first time I'd been abroad by myself, meeting up with some of the guys over in Latvia and speaking at a few of the dinners. And it was an amazing experience to speak through an interpreter and to see God work in a culture I wasn't entirely familiar with, in a far-off country. And at that time, after sharing my testimony at the first dinner, that was the very day that our marketing launch happened for the houses, and when I got back to the hotel after speaking in that first dinner, we had our first inquiry from a client to buy our biggest and most expensive house. So I believe that when God calls you to do something, He'll equip you to do it, and He won't leave you short. And that really is my experience. Every time I've done anything with the Businessmen's Fellowship in a big way, whether it be a go across to Latvia or Poland, or speaking at a dinner or something like that, it's always coincided with a real breakthrough in my business at the time. So I can only thank God for that.
We at the Businessmen's Fellowship believe that a great spiritual awakening is taking place in the marketplace. When you think about it, that's where Christianity had its beginnings. It's where the disciples of Jesus rubbed shoulders and exchanged business with the lost. This view is also shared by evangelist Billy Graham, who said, "I believe one of the next great moves of God is going to be through believers in the marketplace." We at the Businessmen's Fellowship believe that there is no limit to the effect we can have in bringing about a change in the culture of the marketplace. Why? Because we work there. We have answers to the pressures and difficulties that men face on a daily basis as they go about their daily business. To achieve our mission, we need more men. If you believe that you have been called by God to reach men and their families, then we would ask you to come and join us. Be part of the next great move of God. If you would like to attend a meeting or be involved in starting meetings where you live, then call us for more information. 0845 519 2473 or email us at info@businessmen.org.uk. Be part of the Businessmen's Fellowship.